Hello guys, welcome back to Coding Cafe. So till now we have successfully allowed the user to update a new post, or you can say add a new post into our this social networking app, and we also successfully retrieve all the users post on our home activity. Now in this video tutorial we are basically going to allow the user to log in into the school social networking app using their Google account. So yes, we are going to add the Google plugin with Firebase so that a user will be able to log in into the social networking app using their Google account. So let's do it. So first of all, go to the Android Studio, and here you can simply go to the activity login.xml file, and here you can see that this is our, let me show it to you, this is our Google sign-in button, which is this one, and the ID for it is Google_sign-in_button. So first of all, let's initialize this button on our login activity.java. So here we can say private, and also let's check the type of it. It is image view. Okay, so we can say private image view, and let's call it Google sign-in button. And now come down here to the onCreate method, and inside this method we can say Google sign-in button equals to image view, find view by ID, or dot id dot Google sign-in button. That's it. And now first of all, let's come here. Okay, the link will be available in the description down below. So when you click on it, it will redirect you to here, Authenticate Using Google Sign-In on Android, which is the Firebase method, the Firebase way to allow a user to log in through their Google account. So we can, here you can simply check this. Two dependencies are here. The first one is the com.google.firebase firebase-auth, which is basically for the Firebase authentication. So you can simply come here to the module app, and here you can see that we have already implement that Firebase auth dependency inside our Firebase, inside our this social networking app for the Firebase authentication, when we were allow the user to create account using email and password method. So for the Google sign-in, it is also needed. So we have already added the dependency for the Firebase auth, so there is no need to add it again. Okay, so as you know that it is already added, so we will just copy this Google Play Services -auth. You can simply copy this from here, and now we will paste that here above after this Firebase auth, and make sure to change this compile to implementation. And this is our Play Services dependency, and remove the level of this dependency. Okay, and you can see that for the Firebase auth it is 11.0.2, and for the Firebase database it is 11.0.2, and also for the Firebase storage it is 11.0.2. so make sure to use the same dependency level here. So we will copy and we will paste it here. Okay, so you can see that 11.0.2, and also for the Play Services it is 11.0.2. so now I will simply click on sync now and wait for it. So our dependencies are set up correctly. Now we can just close this app, and here on our login activity.java file we will further work on it. So from here you can simply come down here, and here it is written there is authenticate with Firebase. You can simply copy this configure Google sign-in, Control C. Now inside our onCreate method at the bottom after this login button we will paste that, and yeah, that's it. And now let's come again there, and now we will copy this sign-in method from here. So copy this sign-in method from here, Control C, and after the onCreate method, outside the onCreate method, we will pass that sign-in method. So this is our sign-in method now, and here we need to do some changes. So this is basically the variable. Cut this variable from here and paste it inside here. Okay, and now here we can say auth dot Google sign-in API dot get sign-in intent, and then we have this variable and this variable. So we have to initialize these variable above. So copy this and come here above, and here we can say private static final int equals to 1, and then we need another variable which is basically the Google API client. So we can say Google API client, and let's give it this name. Okay, so copy this from here and we will paste it here above. That's it. And now come here above, come here to this side, and from here we need to copy this on activity result method. So copy this from here, and after the sign-in method we can paste that here too. Okay, and now inside this on activity result, this method will basically get the Google sign-in result. So first remove this. Inside this you can see that if result code equal to RC sign-in, then remove this from inside, and also remove this comment so that our code will look clean. Okay, now the next thing which we need is this Firebase auth with Google. So you can simply copy this. So this is the last method. So after this on activity result, we can simply paste that method here. Okay, and now if task dot is successful, and then we have this error, so remove this comment from here, and also remove this snack bar update UI, and from here you can simply remove this Firebase user and update UI, and also remove this comment from here. So this is our else statement, and yeah, everything is fine. So first thing is to initialize this variable tag above. So here we can say private static final string, and this is our tag variable, and it will equals to this login activity. So we can call it login activity. Oh, sorry, make sure to use this capital L. Okay, so this is our login activity, and now so I will explain this again, and first of all let me complete this. Okay, so then I will explain it again. That is how it works. Okay, now here inside our onCreate method, when we configure the Google sign-in, the next thing is to set the Google API. So here we can say Google sign-in client equals to new Google API client dot builder, and here we need to pass the context, which is this, and then we can say dot enable auto manage this comma new Google API client, the first one, and alongside with it this on connection failed method is created successfully. So first of all here we can say dot add API auth dot Google sign-in, and we can pass the GSO, which is basically this GSO is basically the Google sign-in options, which is GSO. So you can simply pass that here, and then we can say dot build, and make sure to put a semicolon here. So now on connection failed, we are going to display a toast message, and the message will be connection to Google sign-in failed. And after it, all we need is to set a click listener on this Google button. That is, when someone click on it, then we have to allow the user to sign in. So here we can say Google. Okay, first let me check the name of this button, which is Google sign-in button. So we can say Google sign-in button dot set on click listener, new on click listener, and inside this on click method we are going to call the sign-in method, which is our this method. And then inside this on activity result, if the request code is equal to rc sign-in, then we can say Google sign-in result. Let's call it result equals to auth dot Google sign-in API dot get sign-in result from intent. Put a semicolon here at the last, and here we need to pass this intent, which is basically the Google intent. And then after it, we can check for the task if the task is successful or not. So we can say if task, we are storing the result inside this result variable. Okay, so we can say here if result dot is success, then we are going to, so here we can say Google sign-in account, and let's call this account equals to result dot get sign-in account. And then we are going to call this method here, and we can say Firebase auth with Google, and then we are going to basically authenticate the result which is stored inside this account, Google sign-in account variable called account. Let me complete it, then I will explain it more. So if it is success, then we are going to display a toast message also. So we can say here, please wait while we are getting your auth result. And then if error occur, then we are going to display a toast message, and that this toast message will be, let's say, can't get auth result. And then come here to the Firebase auth with Google. Inside here, if the task is successful, that is if the user is authenticated successfully into our Firebase authentication, then we will basically display this message inside the log. And after it, we want to send the user to the main activity if the user is authenticated successfully. And as you know that we will send the user to the main activity, but on the main activity, as you know that there are validations. So the user will be authenticated, but he has to provide his username and his country and his profile picture. Okay, the user will be authenticated successfully using their Google account, but he has to provide his name. We will basically by using the validations on our main activity, it will not allow the user directly to go to the main activity. He will be sent to the setup activity. So once he provides the profile picture and his username and full name, then he will be allowed to use this social networking app. Okay, and if any error occur, then in case of error, we can say inside this else statement toast, and here we can say error occurred, or we can say not authenticated, try again. and here we need to display the error type to the user, that is why the authentication failed, so we can get the task exception. So here we can say string. Let's create a variable, we will call it message, and then we can say task dot get exception dot to string, put a semicolon here. So the error type will be stored inside this message type variable, so we will pass that variable here. So after this we can say not authenticated, and instead of just saying try again, we are going to tell the user to, we are going to display the message type, that is which type of error occurred, that is because of which the user is not allowed to authenticate it or his new account can't be created. So yeah, that's it. And now we want to in case of error, we want to remain the user on the login activity. We do not want to remain him on the Google intent. So we will basically, here we can simply say we will call a method send user to login activity. As you know that we haven't created the send user to login activity, so we are going to create this method which is send user to login activity. So for doing that, all we need is to come down here, and we will, for the time saving, we will update this send user to main activity. Okay, copy this and we will change it for the login activity. So instead of calling it man, send user to man, we can say login activity. Okay, so you can see that send user to login activity, and we are on the login activity, and we want to remain the user on the login activity, so you can say login activity. So yeah, that's it. And let me check again. This is our send user to main activity, login activity, main activity. Okay, yeah, that is fine. And for the login activity, for this method which is send user to login activity, the user is on the login activity, and we want to remain the user on the login activity if the sign in, if any error occurred during the Google authentication process. So yeah, that's it. Oh, sorry, this is not the one. Here. Sorry, here it is. If any error occur, then we are going to send the user to the login activity. So that's it. All we need is to add a loading bar, or you can say the progress dialog. So we have already initialized the progress dialog. We call it loading bar. We have also passed it here inside onCreate method. And if I come down here, then we use it for the normal email and password authentication. So for the time saving, I will first move this line above this dot show. Okay, so for the time saving, I will simply copy this and now come here above, and inside this, if the request code is equals to the RG sign in, then we are going to display that. Okay, so we can paste that code here. Okay, and now we need to change the title. So the title will be Google Sign-In, and please wait while we are allowing you to log in using your Google account. That's it. And dot set cancel on touch outside dot show, and then we can say here inside this else statement, that is if error occur, then we are going to dismiss this loading bar. And then we here inside this method, if the task is successful, then we will send the user to the main activity, and then we will dismiss the loading bar. And if any error occurs, then we have to dismiss the loading bar after displaying the error type. So yeah, that's it. So we are done with it, but before we test our app, let's come here, and here you can simply go to the Firebase Authentication, and you can see that these are our already existing users who are using this cool social networking app. Here you can simply go to the sign-in method and make sure to enable the Google sign-in. Okay, so click here, enable this Google sign-in method, click save. So you can see that it is now enabled. Now you can see that the providers are basically the simple one, which is the email and password, which we did in the previous video tutorial. So now let's allow the user to log in to their Google account. So let's run our app. So our app is running now successfully, and now let's click on this Google button, and it asks that is choose account for social network. So this is my account. Okay, if you want to sign in using your other Gmail account, so you can simply click on this add account, and from there you can sign in using your other account, but from inside this mobile phone device. This is my account by which I using the Google Play services. So you can simply click on that, but if you do not want to sign in using this account, then you can click on this add account, and from there you can sign in into this cool revolutionary social network using your other Gmail account. So for now I will click on this, and it says please wait while we are, and you can see that it is successfully working, and it sends us to the setup activity. And you see that first it sends us to the main activity, but because of the validations on our main activity, as you know that if I show you the authentication first, let me refresh this, then you can see that the user is authenticated successfully, and you can see that the provider is now the Google. Okay, so and from here, that's why the app sends us to the setup activity instead of the main activity directly. From here now a user will select his profile picture and his username, full name, country. So once the user provides this, then his account will be created inside our this social networking app. So let's do it, and then I will show to you guys the Firebase database also. So from here I will choose a picture. So let's choose this one, and now let's crop this image. So our profile image is here. Now I will provide the username. So let's call it let's say my username is this, and my full name is this, Ali, and then country, let's say my country is USA, and then I will click on save. Your account is created successfully, and here you can see that this is my profile picture, this is my name, Sahibzada Ali. And now let's come to the Firebase database. Here you can see, first note the unique user ID for this account, okay, which is 6CAGNN. If I come, then this is my users node, and you can see that the data is added successfully to our Firebase database, which is 6CAG. If I expand it, then you can see that this is my name, this is the country, and this is all the information for this user, which just create his account. He is logged in using their Google account now, as you see it earlier. Okay, so yeah, everything is working fine. And one more thing is the source code I will provide to you guys. The link will be available in the description down below. So when you click on that, from there you can directly, you can simply download the source code for the social networking app up to this video tutorial, which is, I guess, 25th number video tutorial, okay, till now. So yeah, this is it for this video. And let me tell you that is in the next video we will add the like functionalities. That is, we will allow the user to like a post of his friend, and we will add that functionalities. And also we will be working on the settings, the messages, find friends, and friend list. So we will be working on that in the upcoming video tutorials. So yeah, everything is fine, and this is it for this video. And one more thing which I want to tell you guys is that like for few days I will not be able to upload video tutorials regularly, and the reason for that is that my health condition is not really good. I am sick a little bit, so once I feel a little bit fine, then I will start uploading. I mean, we will be start working on it regularly. So yeah, this is it for this video, and if anyone is new to our channel, then please subscribe our channel, thumbs up for this video, and yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.